Good afternoon, I'm Jeremy Ward, and this is Jennifer Allen with Ward Realty Services. Today we're going to do a little role play of frequently asked questions in our business. Some of them will be myths, some of them will be facts. I hope you guys can tune in and enjoy. Remember, please like, love, and share. If you've got anybody that you think that would benefit from these questions, please share it with them. Thanks for tuning in.
Jeremy, thanks for meeting with me today. I'm super excited about buying my first house, but I've been on the internet and now I'm scared to death. I've read so many things and now I'm spooked. But here's my list of homes. I'd like to go see those. That's our first step, right? To find my house.
Myth. The first thing I need you to do is get pre-approved.
Oh.
And the reason I say that, Jen, is I can take you out and show you these homes, and I don't know if you've worked out a budget or not, but I may go show you a home and you really love it and get super excited about it, and we make an offer, and then we find out that maybe you couldn't afford that home, but on the other hand, maybe you're undercutting your budget. Maybe you can afford a lot more and you're just settling for what you think you can afford. So it's really good for you to get pre-approved first. Okay. I can hook you up with some lenders that can quote mortgage rates and payments, and then you get to decide where your comfort zone's at.
Okay.
And then we go pick out that criteria, that price range of homes.
Okay.
And start looking at them at that point.
Okay. Well, I'll have my 20% saved up in about 4 months. That's what I need, right? 20%?
Well, that's a myth.
Oh.
Actually, we have programs with lenders that'll let you borrow 100% of the home. Now, I don't always recommend borrowing 100%, but maybe you want to take your 20% and buy a house and use the loan to buy the house, and then we can take that 20% of cash that you worked hard and saved up for and maybe do improvements. Maybe you want to do an addition, remodel, or just buy some really cool furniture for it. So that's a myth. It's great to have 20% down, but you don't have to have that. I can get you anywhere from 100% to 95%. It's just really what you and the loan officer feels was comfortable for your budget and what you're wanting to do.
Okay, and that's all the money I need to buy the house, right?
Well,
Is the down payment?
That's another myth.
Oh.
There is a lot that goes into purchasing a home.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is going to get you pre-approved and figure out what budget feels comfortable for you, and then we're going to go out and look at homes. We're going to find a home that kind of meets that. You're going to need money for inspections. That will be the first step after we get a purchase agreement accepted. Okay. That could be anywhere from $300 to $400 depending on what kind of inspections you want to do. Okay. Then you're also going to need earnest money. Earnest money is the money we put down as a good faith deposit to hold the property, to let the seller know that you're serious. Okay. I suggest anywhere from $200 to $1,000, just depends on the size of the home and how much liquid you have. Beyond the appraisal, or beyond the inspections, we have the earnest money, and then we have the appraisal. The appraisal will cost you anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on who the bank selects. Yeah. So, I always tell my buyers to have at least $1,500 set aside for inspections, appraisal, and just earnest money.
Okay. Well, how much do I pay you? Don't clients pay their realtors?
Well, that's a myth. I'm working for you as a buyer's agent. That money is already figured in on the sales price. The seller pays the commission. Oh. So the seller has hired an agent to work for them. At this point, they offer a cooperative commission for the buyer's agent. So the benefit of that for you, Jennifer, is that I take you at no cost. We look at homes, we go through the looking process, the inspections and everything, and you don't have to pay me anything. The seller's already got that figured in on the price, so the seller always pays our commission. Do you feel like that's a good idea to have a representation for you at no cost?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's how our business works. So that's another myth. I hear it quite frequently from buyers.
So you've said price a couple of times. So the price, those prices are set in stone, right? That's what I have to pay for the house? No,
that's another myth. So the house is listed at a price that was based on comps, market comps from the seller's agent, and they set a listing price. That listing price may have a lot of flexibility and may have none. We really never know until we make an offer. Generally, in our market, I'm seeing the sellers get about 98% of the listing price if the home is priced correctly. And that's another benefit from having a buyer's agent. The buyer's agent is going to be able to look at the house, sit down with you, pull some comps up and say, look, they're priced correctly or they're way overpriced. And at that point, you work with your buyer's agent to make that offer.
Okay. So when you said I need to speak with a lender, my credit might not be so perfect. Am I going to be able to still purchase a home?
Well, that depends. So there is programs for, I like to say programs for everybody, depending on your credit score and your down payment or lack of payment. So, usually we can get somebody improved anywhere from a 580 credit score on up.
Okay.
The better your credit score, the better rates and better programs you can qualify for.
Okay. Well, and I also read on the internet that I really don't need a home inspection. Is that true?
That's a big myth. And if you work with me as your buyer's agent, I'm going to recommend you get a home inspection. You're going to spend $300 to $400, but it's just like buying an insurance program for your car. I mean, like you wouldn't drive your new car without insurance, would you?
No.
So what happens with the inspection is, with a buyer's agent, we're going to go through the homes with you, and I'm going to look for defects that I can see just visually, and I'm going to point them out to you. I feel like that's very important because I don't want to get you tied up in an accepted offer, have you spend $300 to $400 and back out on inspections because the home is not in good shape, and I could already seen that. I could have saved you that money. So
Okay.
once we look at the home, I'm going to say, yeah, this one's worth making an offer on, I think, based on what you're looking for. The home inspector's going to go through it, over, in, out, check all the mechanicals, the plumbing. He's going to crawl under the house. He's going to be in the attic. He's going to look at everything, and then he's going to provide you a report with pictures. And at that point, we can sit down and we're going to look for issues and what issues you're okay with, what issues that you want repaired by the seller, and then we'll negotiate that, and then we'll go to closing.
Okay.
So Jen, after meeting with me today, I know you were really scared, and it is October, and everybody's a little scared of black cats and pumpkins right
Yes.
now. Do you feel as scared after talking to me about the process?
No, I feel confident that working with you will get me through this process, and yeah, I'm not so scared. I'm really excited. I guess I need to get pre-approved.
Yep. Well, what we can do is I can hook you up with a variety of lenders we have. You make the choice of who you want to hire to work for you on the lending side as well.
Okay.
I'll give you a list. And it's Halloween and nobody wants to be scared, but the only time I want to be surprised is at Christmas, right?
Right.
I want a good Christmas present. I'm surprised that I don't want you to buy a house and then move into it without a home inspection or have an agent work for you and then get a big surprise at the end, because
Right.
you're going to end up working with an agent one way or another when you buy a house. 90% of the houses are listed by agents in the market. The only way you wouldn't have an agent involved was with you just go out and buy them with a for sale by owner. That's scary. I've had a lot of calls that people see some of our information and say, hey, can you help me with this? I just bought a house for sale by owner. Legally, I can't get involved unless I write the contract with you. We use state contracts that are written up by attorneys that work for the state to protect you as a buyer.
Okay.
And that's what we use. So it's all about protecting you and not having surprises.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm looking forward to
Thank you.
getting out and looking at these 4 houses with you after we get you pre-approved.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Are we rolling? Oh. Okay, well, cut that out.
Move your heart.
There you go. How about that? I'm super excited about buying my house. Oh, my first house. Okay, start over. I'll have my 20% down.
Stop.
I spilled or something. Have you been pre-qualified yet?
Stop.
Today we want to do a little role play and answer some questions that we hear a lot in the market. So, where are we going with that? What was I getting at? So I introduced her. We hear a lot of questions.
How was that?